What is going on, everybody? It is your girl Nette, and of course, you know we are back with more of the Girl Code. So, you guys, the topic of this video is a little different, but it is not anything that I had not talked about before. So, today we are going to be talking about sex. So, here is what I have to say about that. I wanted to go over some reasons why I think it is important to wait to have sex. I mean, it is one of those things that we are often told not to do, but we are not given the why behind it. And most of the time, people go and find that why through experiences. Some good, some might be bad, but I just wanted to give the explanation behind the why. All right, you guys, so sex is one of those things that was not intended to be something that is bad, but it has become perverted because society has taught us to normalize so many things about it that should not be normal, and that was never intended to be normal. All right, my lovely. So, of course, we know that in present time, sex is one of those things that is used as a form of recreation, and it is something that is done more casually. But what a lot of people do not realize is that you have to be careful when you're having casual sex, quote unquote, because it is definitely an exchange of energy. And a lot of people do not realize that. So if you have the desire to be in a relationship that is long term and you want to eventually move towards marriage, then partaking in casual sex is not going to be one of those things that is going to work for you, because sometimes the energy that is being exchanged between two people is not always going to be positive. And then the other thing that people have to realize is that you pick up things from that other person that you may not even realize, which goes into sexual or spiritual soul ties. You're leaving fragments of yourself with that person, and that person is leaving fragments of themselves with you. So you end up carrying on some emotions or feelings that you probably normally wouldn't carry or pick up on. So I don't think that a lot of people understand what the word consummate means. So consummate is to complete a relationship or a marriage by having sexual intercourse. So like I said, if you are one of those people that have the desire to be married or in a long-term relationship, then you have to stop partaking in casual sex with other people, because technically what you are doing is marrying yourself off to each of these people and leaving fragments of yourself with them, and they're leaving fragments of themselves with you. So if you're married off to so many different people because you're sleeping with everybody, then where is there room for your husband or your future wife to be? There is no space for them if you're constantly sleeping around with everybody. So there is also these things that are called STDs. Now, these can either be sexually transmitted diseases, or these can be sexually transmitted demons. Now, either way, I know don't nobody want either of them, but we all know that that is a consequence of the action. Here's the thing. You have to know what you are dealing with and what you are getting yourself into. Another thing that I wanted to kind of touch on is that oftentimes, like, there are a lot of guys and women too who give people a little bit of what they want so they can get what they want, if you know what I mean. So you have to be careful when you're dealing with those type of situations and when you are dealing with those type of people. Another thing I want to say to the ladies is, if a guy is actively pursuing you and if he wants to be with you, that is what he is supposed to do. You do not have to reward him with sex or your body because of that. Because you have, like I said, you have to know what and who you are dealing with. Because what if all the things that that person is doing for you is not genuine? What if it is something that they're doing just to get what they want to get from you? If he takes you out to eat and just because he spent XYZ amount of dollars does not mean that when he takes you back home that you owe him a kiss or you owe him some sex, because you don't. Because to me, that's just an exchange. So if you go back and have sex with this person just because they did this for you, to me, that's an exchange. Like, it's a payment. back for what they've done. So do not put yourself in that situation, because if you did, who really paid for that date? Did they pay for it, or did you pay for it? Another thing that I feel is very, very important in regards to waiting to have sex, or not trying to have it so fast, is putting it off also teaches you to have self-control. Being able to delay instant gratification. You know what I mean? Because it's one of those things that's so easy to get right now. You know what I mean? But I also feel like waiting teaches you to have respect for yourself, and then making somebody else wait teaches them to have respect for you. You know what I mean? So don't jump in there too fast. Learn how to delay instant gratification, and then teach yourself some self-control. It is not the end all or the be all. Also, another good reason to not have sex so soon, it also keeps you with a clear and a level head, because we all know that sometimes sex is one of those things that can definitely cloud our judgment. And then we end up accepting and dealing with things that we normally would not accept or deal with, because the D is too good or the V is too good. You know what I mean? So don't put yourself in that situation to be hurt, to be mistreated, to be disrespected, just because you want to hold on to a piece of something that's attached to somebody that is not so good. When you are able to put sex at the back of your mind, or let it take a back seat for a minute, the better you are able to get to know the person that is in front of you, even yourself. Also, the longer you are able to put it off, the better it would be when it actually comes to the time for you and the person to be intimate with each other, because now you know them, they know you, and then you all are able to be more comfortable with each other, versus rushing into it and being all cringy and are not sure, or even living with so much regret that you did what you did. So to eliminate that, put it off. Delay that instant gratification. There is absolutely nothing wrong with waiting. If someone has a problem with you waiting, dismiss them. Let them go. They are not the person that is intended to be on your journey. I do want to know you guys' thoughts, and you guys, I want you to comment on this, because I want to know how you all feel about this subject, because a lot of people are making it okay to just, it's okay, it's just sex. No, it's not just sex. It's much deeper than that. But everybody is not going to get into that. And I don't care how much a person says that they can detach their emotions from having sex. After a while, you're going to feel some type of way. Whether it be the guy feeling territorial when the female that he's sleeping with, you know, goes and talk or date somebody else, and the female's going to probably feel some type of way too, whether it be her having some feelings towards this guy, or her being jealous when she see him talking to somebody else. So you're not going to lie and tell me that you can detach your emotion from sex, because after a while you're going to get to feeling some type of way. So to avoid that, just dismiss it all until you feel like you've met the right person to have that right moment with. But in the meantime, like, share, comment, let me know your thoughts and your concerns on this topic. Do not be ashamed to talk about sex, because it is a part of life. So until next time, I will see you guys later.